Previously on the Dead Dragon Society.
Sir, there's rumors of Knoll attacks of towns around.
This marquee event is going to put this place on the map, and nothing can go wrong. Build yourself a brute squad.
The sun on my face, it's a brand new day, and it's telling me it'll all be okay.
Who might you be?
Trogrum.
I am Horatio Rumbuckle.
I'm so sorry. I don't think you know who I am.
I don't.
Anne O'Neill, pleasure to meet you. Who are you?
Maximilian.
Pleasure.
Trogrum.
I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. I am Theo Blackthorn.
Trogrum.
Oh, I only got one life.
The Knolls! They're attacking!
I cast hideous laughter on one of them.
I finger gun the other one, point my thumb, and go kapow, and hit it with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, I'm gonna make it mine.
I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant and just pull the ladder release.
And the ladder comes falling down and hits him on the top of the head.
Then big block letters say bonk.
Why did we get so Looney Toony?
I didn't have an anvil, so that's sorry. That was my only.
Trogrum, takes them all and just makes the perfect contact right in the head. And if you zoom in on the between the head and the maul, you'll just see Acme branded maul.
Oh, when it's about that time.
I hold the envelope up to the light, and I unseal the envelope.
And green light shoots out. You have 6 minutes to make one wish.
We only have one wish amongst the five of us.
Almost anything you can think of
What are your wildest dreams?
to murder my stepfather.
Many musical talents?
I don't ever want to be powerless again.
3 minutes.
This protected my village. It no longer is working. I must restore this.
Knowledge.
Knowledge for one person or knowledge for everybody?
I say knowledge for all.
What kind of knowledge? There's all kinds of knowledge.
What if we just vaguely wish for it? Let me see what we get.
No, I think that would ask for trouble.
General knowledge?
General knowledge?
Well,
30 seconds.
A book of knowledge.
a book of knowledge.
Book of knowledge.
A book of knowledge.
Agreed?
Agreed. Make it so.
upon it!
And that is time.
We just downloaded all of Wikipedia.
I make it feel like sunshine.
And now, episode 2.
All right, y'all. So let's get started. Let's do our introductions.
Are we doing the same?
Yeah, just think of like a little try to think of a one-liner.
We'll try to think.
That's it. You got it. That's it right there.
Someone else go first.
I can start. I'll try to remember what I said last time. Hi, my name is Paige. I play Anne O'Neill, regionally renowned superstar bard, one-woman band, perhaps.
I'm Frank Cipponi, the Elder, and I play Theo Blackthorn, a prominent, well-respected merchant with a tortured past and a new side hustle as a warlock.
I'm Matt Callahan. I play Horatio Rumbuckle, also a bard, street performing bard who has a squirrel familiar and is a friend of Anne Annoying.
I'm Jorge Bardales. I play Maximilian Dupont. Just a young kid with big goals, big ambitions.
My name is Pat Salambier. I play Trogrum, a half-orc barbarian with a mysterious artifact and a quest to save his village.
And we believe in you.
Thank you. I believe in myself as well.
I have a lot of self-confidence.
No matter how many
actually.
chickens this takes, we will recharge that thing.
And I'm Frank Cipponi, the DM. Not the senior. Not the elder, my bad.
The youth.
The youth.
The youth.
The greater and the lesser.
Which one's which?
Are we just going to ream Frankie at the start of every episode?
Can we stop roasting me every episode so far?
Sorry, it comes with the DM territory.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back at our campfire right beforehand. It's nice and warm. You hear the bugs in the background. And the question...
Boz. Boz.
Trogrum, I appreciate the effort of you trying to talk to the mosquitoes, but I don't think they understand you.
This is not the same as it was in my village.
Wait, mosquitoes talk to you in your village?
Buzz.
Oh, wow.
We had the same joke. That was your joke, and I tried to steal it. The question is, I could never forgive someone who blank.
I could never forgive someone who has time and time and time again sabotaged or tried to sabotage my attempt at success and fame so that I can make my village proud. Mainly squirrels. But really anyone, but mostly squirrels. And mostly one squirrel. But it could be anyone.
Just general squirrels.
Yeah, but I mean just anyone who, like steps on my toes. But it could be anyone.
And I could never forgive somebody who never gives me exactly what I want, when I want it, and how I want it every single time. Which is pretty much everybody on the planet.
I think I get that.
I can never forget a man. I don't know his last name. All I know is his first name is Victor, and he has an iron leg. But he's the man who, at the last minute, changed the joke cards during our performance that ultimately ended up insulting our patron noble for our circus. And then when he got upset, he closed down the circus and disbanded our troupe.
If we find anyone named Victor, and I do mean anyone, we can take care of him for you. I mean anyone.
Anyone. Well, an iron leg can step on your toes pretty strongly, so, we'll...
And Victors will step on your toes also.
Yeah.
I've never known a good Victor, or any Victor.
Sorry, I was just wondering if I know any victors. For general, I can't forgive anyone who humiliates me. You can stab me, you can betray me, but humiliating me brings back trauma. And so you go on the list.
I can never forgive someone who betrayed a secret. There is one in the lore of my village who betrayed the secret covenant known amongst the people who protect my village, of which I am a member. And ever since, we have been sworn to not betray the secrets of the protectors.
Is his name Victor?
No.
What are the secrets?
What are the covenants?
Good try.
Dang it.
So close.
Was I?
I could never forgive someone who steals jokes.
Frankie has not ever forgiven himself since I've known him. He lives day to day and goes, can't forgive myself. I'm going to do it again.
Frankie, I like that because you don't have a character. We just kind of get to know you a little
Yeah.
bit better.
Yeah, so let's jump into it.
So I'm gonna make it mine. Oh, when it's about that time, I'll make it feel like sunshine.
Last we were together, you guys made a wish. So let's go right back to that moment. We were in the alleyway, and you all simultaneously made a wish for a book of knowledge. And in that moment, pages just start swirling around, moving back and forth, and starting to go into a single point where the card was, and a bright light flashes and then disappears. And you look at that point, and you see a small child.
Whoa. That's unexpected.
I thought all the pages were flying around and we wished for a book, and now there's a human. Hello, small one. I mean, hello. Same height one?
He's asleep.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Theo kneels down beside the boy and starts patting him down, lifting him up, looking underneath him, lifting up his head, looking underneath. There's no book. There's no book here. Where's the book? We wish for a book.
Visually, does this appear to be a human child?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I say check his pockets.
Nothing.
Wake him up. Is he asleep?
I can't believe he's not awake right now.
After being manhandled?
I start poking him. Young sir.
If you lick your finger and stick it in his ear, I've heard that turns people on sometimes. Not like turns people on, but like wakes them up. Sorry.
That is actually how you activate the barbarian rage.
My friend William told me that one.
One of the ways.
I check to see if he's injured or wounded or breathing.
He's breathing, and he's what seems to be asleep.
Mr. Blackthorn, what is a book but a receptacle of knowledge? I think he might be our book.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
He looks like a boy to me.
I'm not sure he's going to be able to teach me any instruments, so I don't know.
Well, the wish was answer any question we have, not teach us any knowledge we seek.
Well, I approach the boy on the ground, the sleeping boy on the ground, and I take his face in my hands with both cheeks and get really close and I just stare about 6 inches away from his face. His cheeks are all squished up just to see if he wakes up.
He's a very heavy sleeper.
Trogram, pick up the young boy. Let's get him out of this alleyway. Don't you think? We should get him inside. Maybe Madame Doeswell can help us wake him up. I don't know.
Weren't we headed to a safe house? We should probably head there.
Where is Madame Doeswell?
Oh, hello.
No, there you are.
Where have you been?
Where'd you? Thanks for your help with the Knolls.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't have my safe house.
What do you mean you don't have your safe house?
Do you have a house?
Yeah, of course. Let's go to my house.
Okay.
I thought she mentioned a panic room of some sorts.
We can panic in her room.
We can panic wherever. You can panic right now.
Indoors is probably best.
Trogram says we cannot leave this child in the street. There are still Knolls. The city's on ablaze, and I grab him and like fireman's carry over the shoulder.
Madame Doeswell, lead on, please, to safety.
So you guys walk through the alleyway, down the street, nothing goes bump, and you get to what seems like a modest house. Like it's a little tiny brick house.
She's a brick.
She opens the door and you guys walk in. You see a little fireplace to the side, a couch. Above the fireplace are two giant like metal like boxing gloves kind of to say. Gauntlets, yeah. One is spiked and one is not. And she goes, "See that? That one there, the spiked one, that's safe. That one's house."
Wow.
Oh, you needed your safe house. I get it. That's badass. Can I see them?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I try and jump because I can't reach it, and then I go, you know what? Never mind.
Anyway, so let's put him right over on the couch.
Trogram lays him on the couch.
I'm gonna go make some tea.
So I start to smack the kid in the face. He's like, "Wait, sir, wake up,
Gentle.
Yes, of course, gentle. Wake up! Wake up!" No, this kid's asleep.
Water always used to wake me up.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
put his
idea.
hand in warm water.
No, splash his face.
Oh,
I look for a pitcher of water or something.
You see a watering pot next to some plants.
I grab it and I throw it at the kid. Not the pot, the water.
I was just about to ask.
Splashes against him. And he wakes up in
See?
kind of
Water.
a panic. Why would you guys wake me up like that?
It's okay. It's okay.
you
You're
should have
amongst
been
friends.
here when we were first trying to wake you up. This was way more gentle.
Why is my face sting a little bit?
Never
Knolls.
mind.
It
Never
was
mind
Knolls.
that. It was the Knoll. Good call.
It was a
Maximilian.
Knolls.
Can we have your name, sir?
What? Oh, and he kind of like looks down. He goes, my name's Chad, Great Prodigal Theory. Or you can call me Chad GPT for short.
Oh my god. Oh no.
You speak with such elegance, Chad. Are you like a model of language, like a particularly large vocabulary?
Oh god.
Frankie, you had two choices with that joke. You could either have just like come out with it now like you did, or just let it ride for the entire podcast.
Oh god. This was not at all what I was expecting.
Chad, you seem a little disoriented right now. Are you hallucinating by any means?
How would I be hallucinating? What? Well, what?
There seems to be a misunderstanding. We were bestowed upon us a wish, and we wished for a book of knowledge, one that could answer all of our questions, anything we had asked. And in the place where we expected to find the book of knowledge, Chad, young Chad,
That's me.
you arrived. What's afoot here? What game do you play with us, Chad? What is
Picks
this?
up his leg and he goes, "This is a foot." I'm starting to recall. That's an answer to your question.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Chad, what are the limits of your knowledge?
I think we should test the limits of his knowledge.
We should test it.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask away. I think I'm kind of remembering a little bit here and there. Not much, though.
I'll just ask flat out. I don't know how to do this. Chad, good sir, are you the book of knowledge we seek?
I believe I am.
I don't know how truthful these answers are going to be.
Where were you before? Now.
Oh, I don't remember much. I do remember a library. I think it was the Neverwinter Library.
What were you doing at the Neverwinter Library, Chad?
Well, what does one do at a library?
Did you just answer his question with another question?
I was just thinking that. What kind of book of knowledge is it?
Is that within the rules to answer a question with a question? That's a question, by the way, to the Book of Knowledge.
What a question.
If you say question too many times in one sentence, does it start to cancel itself out?
Are you hungry?
I could eat a little bit.
Are you thirsty?
I could drink a little bit.
Trago makes his way to the kitchen and starts preparing like a little snack for this guy.
Are you an eldritch god? And I start kind of poking at his face a little bit.
No, I'm Chad.
I pull out a lute and I just hand it to him.
Oh. And he strums it once. Ring. I played it.
What is my name?
I'm going to name you Alex.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get many facts out of this one.
You know what? So far, we're 100% for answers. So
Trogrim comes back from the kitchen and hands him like a plate of cheese crackers and tea and say, "You consume. Feel better."
Thank you. And he just starts munching away at it.
So he eats.
I wish might have been hastily worded.
We didn't have much choice. Remember, we only had a few
Seconds left. Yes.
seconds left, and we specifically asked for a book of knowledge. Those were the words we used, as I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we might have asked for something far too specific.
Well, young Chad, how do you work?
Like this. And he kind of like shows his hand and his arm. Pages kind of flurl back and forth.
I just like jump back and
How
shock.
did we not see that earlier?
Well, because and then it stops and goes back to a normal hand.
Oh.
It's not like I do that.
So you are indeed the book of knowledge with we wished for.
Yes.
And you will answer every question we ask you.
For sure. Yes. Yes.
Will every question be truthful as you answer it?
As truthfully as I know.
Where does your knowledge come from, Chad?
I don't.
What
Remember.
topics are you specialized in?
I don't.
Well, this won't do it all.
Let's ask him something very specific. Trogrim, may I see your device that requires fixing?
Trogrim is extremely hesitant. Why?
Can you at least just hold up your device?
Perhaps you could ask a question about your device.
Trogrim is putting the pieces together and says, "Young sir, this is something very special." And he swings his bag around and takes out the device. He said, "This used to power my village. It is broken. Can you tell me how to fix it?"
Yes. And he kind of looks at it and then cringes in like a little bit of pain, and his hand quickly rises up to his hand. He goes, and he just kind of yells, "Ah!"
Why do you suffer?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know.
That's technically an answer.
I think he might be incomplete. He's probably got a few pages missing.
Trogrim takes the device, puts it back in his bag, and says, "Okay,
Not everything's there.
not everything's there, God." He says, I agree. He seems incomplete. He cannot help me with my device."
Young Chad, I want to say that we are here to help you for sure. But we are also expecting that the book of knowledge belongs to us. And I can't put it any more candid than that. How can we help you unlock your memories in order for us to receive that which is owed to us by virtue of the wish?
I don't really remember much, but I do remember the Neverwinter Library.
He keeps coming back to the Neverwinter Library.
I think we need to go to the Neverwinter Library.
What do I recall of the Neverwinter Library?
Yeah, do a history check.
I want to do the same. We've all lived around near Neverwinter as well, right?
Okay.
Trogrim doesn't know history, so he's not going to roll.
I'm not
going to
spending
roll.
very much time in libraries, so I don't think it'd be relevant.
I tried to play there frequently, which would make sense that I rolled a 2.
You're coming in and just like kicking down the door, playing a bunch of instruments simultaneously and just get shushed and kicked out.
Yeah, I don't often stay there. I'm persistent though, if nothing else.
Theo rolled a middling 9.
I got a 4. I guess I didn't go to the library much as a child.
So we're clearly not history buffs.
You don't know much about the Neverwinter Library except that it's run by the Neverwinter University.
Chad, we were just attacked by gnolls, and I'm fearful that we will be attacked again soon. Do you know where these gnolls came from?
Well, didn't they come from outside the town?
Yes. Where are they? Where is their origin? Where are they coming from to attack the town?
Not here.
God, you're so good at answering questions. Look at this guy. He's on a roll.
I actually just kind of stand in front of ChatGPT to cut him out of the conversation for just a sec, and I turn to the rest of Marty and say, "So, this thing can't help me with my device. He doesn't know where the gnolls come from. He is incomplete, a small child, and overall seems a little bit useless. What do we do with him? We can't bring him with us. He's a liability."
Let's leave him here.
Why would I be left behind?
Frankie, I want to try something.
You're gonna throw a punch to see if you
Yeah,
can fight.
actually, I want to see what this thing's like self-preservation skills, right? If it's made of magic, it's like probably pretty powerful in some respect. And Trogrim is like, I got to know if this thing can hang.
It's good role playing.
And so he's going to, and so Trogrim just says, "Think fast," and is going to make like an unarmed strike against him just to see what happens. Just a non-lethal one.
Trogrim uses
Yeah.
punch child.
Roll for child domestic abuse.
Roll the hit.
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 10. As you throw
Or,
your...
sorry, that's actually that's 12.
It doesn't matter. As you throw your punch... You know what? Let me say this real quick. You are punching a child, so you do have advantage.
Again, I'm not trying to kill him. I'm not trying to hurt him. I don't think it's a child. It's a magical entity. I have to know. I just have to know what it can do. Is this thing really a nerd? Like,
It's a book.
that's
Oh, boy.
better. That's a 22.
Where do you throw your punch?
I'm gonna like Charlie horse him, like nothing like lethal, like nothing like he'll be able to walk in a couple hours, but like nothing that'll give any kind of lasting like internal damage or head damage.
Like on his leg?
Yeah.
As you try to punch his leg, he shifts to the left. It's like there's like the pages kind of and your punch does not hit.
Wow. Trogrim, I appreciate what you're trying to do in the name of science. And I appreciate what you just said and the words you just used. And I think clearly this is a magical entity from what we just witnessed. Clearly that wish spell granted us this entity in answer to our wish. And I think we need to find out what the next step might be and move in that direction. I don't think we should leave the young kid here. And I think we've got to do everything within our power to unleash the power of this young Chad, GPT.
He could make an excellent decoy just based on that alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If there's just some kind of prompt we could use to unleash your powers, Chad,
Huh?
is there such a prompt?
What do you mean?
What do we need to do
Oh, I see the joke.
to get you to answer? To prompt you to answer
The DM
in a
always
meaningful
quick on his
way.
toes.
Listen, he's been answering all of our questions. This guy's an answering machine, if you will.
Oh God.
I'm so bummed it took me that long to figure out the joke. The prompt.
You're bummed. It was a softball.
We're all disappointed in you, actually.
Frankie, fight back.
Trogrim looks at him and says, "You will be a fine addition to our party," and grabs him and puts him on his shoulder and says, "This is how you will travel."
Mr. Blackthorn, aside, if you will, and I take you to the side. You are forceful of character, and I can appreciate that in a businessman. This magical entity, you keep claiming ownership of him, and I think it would be best if we try to befriend him, because it seems like he has his own mind.
I agree with that. I've been listening.
Annoying.
He does, but it is in our best interest, our sole interest, to get what is given to us. we were given a wish spell by some fate and we used it, and only to have this young child show up. I will get to the bottom of this, and I will make sure that we will get what is rightfully ours, which is the Book of Knowledge. And if indeed this young lad is the Book of Knowledge, then by extension, it belongs to our party and it belongs to us.
We did murder that guy fair and square.
I have heard of your tale within the merchant circles of how you have come up from nothing. A boot to the neck will not lead to him complying as well as we would wish.
I hear you, and I hear you, and those are wise words for someone so young. I will do my best.
I guess Trogrim turns to Madame Deswell with the with Chad on his shoulder and just says, Madame Deswell, is New Phandalin safe? Is there what have you heard? Have you heard anything? What are you doing over there? Are you still making tea?
Oh, I was just setting up a place for you guys to rest because it's the middle of the night, and so that you guys can go bright and early in the morning on your journey.
This is wise.
All right, let's go to bed and
Long rest, baby.
And level up?
long rest.
And level up. We killed, what, 2 gnolls?
1,000 XP each.
Yeah. Where does Trogrim sleep?
Trogrim sleeps on the floor next to Chad. He gives Chad the couch, and he grabs a blanket and a pillow and just lies flat on his back on the floor.
Tell me more about this artifact you carry. What when did it stop working? How can we help to fix it?
I don't know. It stopped working maybe two weeks ago and became a problem about a week ago, and now I'm here.
Here's the good news for you, I think. I don't know if Chad will have the answers, but I bet you somebody in Waterdeep might. It's a big city. There's lots of people there. So I think it appears to me like, at least for now, your paths are aligned with helping to solve the riddle of Chad and helping to find the answer to what would you seek.
We're going to Waterdeep or what was the Neverwinter?
Oh,
that was Neverwinter.
Where are we going?
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Yes.
Neverwinter. I hear it's Neverwinter there. So in Neverwinter, maybe the answers to your artifact problem lies there within that library as well.
I had the same thought. That is why I'm protecting this book child until he can deliver me an answer.
Yeah, I think this is going to be good for all of us.
When I ask you if you know about the artifact, you react plainly. When I ask the book child, he reacts with pain. That is a different reaction, and thus maybe more to go on.
It's very astute. What was your artifact? What purpose did it serve inside your village?
Trogrim is extremely hesitant because he's only known this guy for about 2 days, and this is like the holy artifact of his thing. Can you make an insight check against another character?
It's been like 12 hours.
Been 12 hours. Yeah, exactly. It's been 12 hours.
It has not been 2 days.
Yeah. Maybe not. Okay, 12. Yeah, right. So Trogrim looks at Theo and says, I appreciate your curiosity. I cannot tell you. You are a business person. You employ me. I give you services. That is the extent of our relationship currently.
All in due time, good sir. I'm only here to help and serve.
Certainly. Trogrim rolls onto his side and gathers the artifact and just kind of like hugs it as he falls asleep.
And I go find a quiet place on the other side of the room.
All right, everybody, long rest.
No one took damage besides Trogrim in the fight with the gnolls. So.
A whole 3 points of damage.
Yeah, you should see the other guy. You can't. He evaporated.
All right, so it's the next day. Madame Deswell waves to you goodbye as you guys start walking the path. You guys are walking. You guys are moving along. Nothing kind of strange happens. It's not a sunny day, but it's like, really high gray clouds, just like perfect Seattle weather. And in the distance, you see a kid.
A kid?
A kid. And even farther than that, he's like kind of on the outskirts of a town. And you see this town. You see the kid just kind of like sitting on a fence, kicking his legs.
How old does this kid look?
He looks around 10 years old, but Chad sees him and goes, "Oh wow!" And the pages start. And the next thing you see is Chad's right next to the kid.
So he just teleported to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you just see Chad waving his arms, jumping up and down, and they're just having a conversation.
Our asset has left us.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
I start walking towards the kids.
And he teleports right back, and he looks at all of you guys and goes, "Hi guys, what's a mud ah?"
A mud ah?
Yeah, what's a mud ah?
Oh, mother.
Mudda?
Murder?
Mudda.
Murder.
Who told you about this mud ah?
The kid. And he points to the kid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he means mother, guys.
Or murder.
Murder.
Mudda.
You guys go to strange places in your heads.
Mudda.
I just continue
Mudda.
walking at the same pace I was walking until we reached the child.
I'm just muttering, murder, the whole way over.
Is it a human child?
Yeah, it's a little kid, and as you get up to him, he looks at you and goes, "Are you my mother?
Oh, it's not a murder.
I told
Definitely
you
mother.
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you my mother?"
Like, I don't think so. But you know who might be? This guy. And I point my thumb at Theo.
I am not your mother, young sir, but are
He
you?
wishes he was your mother.
You seem to be searching for her.
I'm looking for my mother.
When was the last time you saw her?
About 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Was
3
your mother
weeks.
murdered?
Was your mother murdered 3 weeks ago? Have you been? And,
My mom would never be murdered.
and you're just sitting here on the fence?
I've been asking everybody if they've seen my mother
Have you eaten?
or if they
Reese?
are my mother. Are you my mother?
Do you know what your mother looks like?
Yeah, she's my mother.
Do I look like your mother? I'm drawing it out.
I whispered, Anne, I think the child's disturbed. It's best we leave him to his own device.
I do think we have more important work ahead of us to get Chad over to the
No,
library.
I want to know what a mother is.
Chad, a mother and a father are two people who are very close to you.
I interrupt you and I go, you see that tree?
Yeah.
That's your mom.
Very close to you, who brought you into existence. So, in a sense, we are your parents as we wished you into existence.
And also that tree.
And I guess the tree as well.
That tree will give you everything you need.
It's the tree of life.
Oh, that tree.
I need to
Not the
learn
giving tree.
who this mother is. Oh, is that giving?
That's the father.
I'm helping him find his mother.
This is Chad speaking.
This is Chad speaking.
Okay, I guess we'll see you later then.
I told you he has a mind of his own, so we need to bond with him. That's why I brought the mother-father thing into it.
As your mother? No.
I turn to you, Chad, and say, why must you help?
Want to learn why he's looking for his mother.
I think you will learn plenty once we complete you in Neverwinter.
We'll leave you alone. We'll keep going, and then you will understand why he's looking for his mother.
This could potentially heal his brain. Think. He does not know. If he knows, his brain knows more. We get closer to understanding.
So we have to teach a book of knowledge about knowledge.
Think of it more like a puzzle. He's missing pieces that we need to find to help unlock whatever his power is. And if that's the end game, then we should help Chad. But I fear it's just a sidetrack and to keep us from our journey. But I'll go along with the group.
Young child, do you have a other family? Father, grandmother, grandfather?
It was are you my? I gotta get the voice. Are you my mother? Are you my mother? No, it was just me and my ma.
Your mother?
My mother.
Yeah, mother.
Was your mother off doing something when she disappeared?
I was at home. She was working.
Well, are you from this village behind us?
Yes, I am.
Shall we proceed into the village and ask around? Maybe the people know this kid. And maybe they'll know where his mother is.
Come with us. We may be able to find you somebody who can help you find your mother.
I guess since it's on the way.
You guys walk into the village and you see three things kind of interest: an inn, a shop, an old mine shaft.
Total ghost town?
Somewhat, yes.
An inn,
Mhm.
a mine shaft,
Yes.
and
And a shop.
And a shop.
This town is eerily quiet. This is strange.
Shall we go to the inn first to see any preference?
I just walk into the inn.
As you walk in the kid kind of pushes you to the side and walks in, kind of strutting his arms up and down.
Vince McMahon. all over.
And there's a guy behind the bar, and he walks up and goes, "Are you my mother?" Oh, Jay, I'm not your mother. We know I'm not your mother.
And who might you be, good sir? I am Theo Blackthorn, a merchant from just up the road.
Hi, Theo. Welcome to Old Fandolin.
I can't believe I didn't recognize the old place.
No wonder it's so
We
empty.
didn't have a party, so it's off the map.
My name is Miles the Guy. Roop.
Miles the guy Roop.
Miles the Guy Roop.
Miles the Guy Roop.
Is that a speech impediment?
How should we address you, sir?
You can call me Miles or the Guy.
Can we call you your full name?
If you like.
Is Roop part of your full name?
That's
or
my
again,
last name.
Is it a speech impediment?
It's definitely my last name.
Well, Mr. Roop, what can you tell us about this young boy here? What you say his name was? Jay?
Yeah, his name's
Jay. Okay. He's looking for his mother.
I know he's looking for his mother.
Are you his mother?
I'm unfortunately, I'm not his mother. He's a big hardy guy. He's got a big deep V with a big chest of hair. He's got a peg leg and an eye patch, and the other eye is a piercing blue. And he looks at you and he goes, "Oh man, he's been around this town for the last couple days or a couple weeks looking for his mother. Last time I saw her, she went through the mine shaft. Are you guys gonna help Jay?"
We haven't decided yet. We're gonna help Chad, GPT, our friend here.
"Chad, are you going to help Jay?" "Well, yeah, of course I am. Of course I'm going to help Jay."
Ask him another thing. He's very good at answering.
"Do you promise?" "Yeah." "Okay, then I'll give you this.
What might those items be?
I don't really know what the potion does. I bought it from a merchant, and he just kind of said it will help you rest."
Listen, this kid, Chad, super good at sleeping. I don't know if he knows if he needs the potion or not.
I think the greater question is what's in the mine shaft that you are not willing to go down there and that people seem to have disappeared in there? Is no one else concerned about this?
Not really.
I am concerned.
Not really.
All right, to the mine. There's probably great acoustics in there. Ratio?
I pull out my my loot and I say, "Sure, we can go see."
Is there anyone in the shop?
No.
Maybe we should go to the shop and see if we can't maybe get some supplies. If there's stuff in there and there's no one around.
Surely an honest merchant like you wouldn't consider stealing from another.
Of course not. I will
Another
leave
tradesman.
silver behind like a good man. How much of it we shall see. Depends on the quality of purchase. Mr. Blackthorn, would you like to go to the shop as well?
Well, sure. I'd love to see what their wares are over there.
The competition.
Yeah, exactly. So we head to the shop.
What's in there, baby?
It's Miles. Miles is behind the desk again.
Wearing a different hat.
Yeah. His eye patch
His
is on his
eye
other
patch is on
eye.
the other
Remember that thing about stealing jokes?
You should steal that one. That's a good one.
I wrote it in my notes.
No, you didn't.
You read his notes.
Well, George and Paige stealing jokes from behind the DM screen.
Miles is in both spots.
You also have, does that say looks like Safeway?
My God, this is a well-stocked store.
Very well lit.
Why is the milk at the back? I came here for milk primarily.
Look at all this candy at the front.
So you guys finally make it to the storefront, but the door is closed.
Trogum walks up and takes out his maul and taps it on the door. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
I was wondering what's
Hello?
to stop us from breaking this door open.
My friends, I have no interest in burglarizing a perfectly innocent-looking place of business.
Well, if it's locked, it probably means it's
Or
empty.
very full.
Damn, those are enticing words.
As you knock on it, the door actually and it opens up and you see that it's empty inside.
That's wild. What kind of mall is that?
Well, it's empty. I guess off to the dungeons we go.
Hopefully there's no dungeons in a mine.
We head to the mine/tunnel.
On the tunnel dungeon spectrum, where does a mine land?
As you walk up, you see a wooden door and it has a average looking doorknob, a average looking steel lock, and about 47 keys hung up all around.
I speak the word friend in Dwarvish.
Oh, it's got to be in Elvish. You kidding me?
Oh, Elvish.
What is that word?
Amigo.
Isn't it Moloch?
Oh, yeah. I think that's a good
Is it?
good deep
Ball
cut.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That is a deep cut.
Whoa.
Marlock.
Whoa.
We all collectively as a party go, whoa. Where's Chad?
Hi guys, I'm still here.
Okay, just making
Trogram's
sure.
shoulder, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the shoulder.
As you say that, glitter starts to fall down, and a little bright light shows up and goes, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Oh, God.
We are walking here. What are you doing?
I'm Fairy Flying Guy. How you doing?
What's your name again, sir?
My name's Fairy Flying Guy. How you doing? You can call me Guy for short.
Can we call you Roop?
They call you the other guy.
Fairy flying the guy Roop.
Is he humanoid? Is he short? Is he winged?
Is he
It's a
just
fairy.
glitter?
It's a little
Oh,
tiny
he's a fairy. He's a fairy.
Yeah. He's a
Okay.
tiny fairy. He's about 4 to 6 inches tall.
Oh,
and
he's just like a
flying
little-
around.
like a
Can you
little
describe
pixie.
him more though? Actually,
Yeah, he's got a kind of a leather jacket and really big, not big wings, but like flapping wings behind him that are super fast and
what's his build?
very stocky upper with tiny little legs.
Does he have kind of a greasy 5 o'clock shadow?
A little bit. No, it's well shaven, gold chain, and slick black hair.
Okay.
Excellent. There
All
we
right.
go. Now I got a better idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, listen here, fairy flying guy. We need to go into this mine/tunnel/shortcut to get this kid's mom. Do you know anything about his mother?
Oh, he keeps on asking me if I'm his mother. Look at me. I'm a fairy. I'm not your mother. And he throws a stick at the kid.
Trogram doesn't take that, blocks the stick and makes an attack roll against the fairy.
Do not attack the children.
Okay. I'm sorry. Do you still want to swing this?
Yes, I 100% do. I said I'm doing it. Damn, rolling clown shoes. That's an 11.
His maul is not
Clown
second
cheese.
as the fly swatter. It doesn't work well.
That's one of those going out of business malls. That's what that is.
It's loaded, but in the wrong way.
Does my 11 hit the fairy?
I didn't write.
We weren't supposed to attack the fairy, apparently.
The fairy wasn't supposed to attack the children. He stepped 2. I'm going to step back.
Just manifested a little tiny stick.
He he's small. He kind of like flips back and goes, "What are you doing? Why are you just throwing some bows at me?
You
I'm
are
flying.
attacking the children.
I threw a stick.
It is an attack.
It's a stick."
you attack someone.
I'm going to roll an intimidation check against the fairy.
Okay,
and,
roll.
and see how that goes. That is a 17. Trogram goes up and gets in the fairy's face and says,
That may be a stick, but you are a fairy, and I am a half orc. Let us into this mine and stop fucking around.
Whoa. You can get in. You can go. I don't mean to be stepping up front. I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps saying things like that as we walk past him.
I don't know what smoke is. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the
That's
fairy
Theo.
dust that's coming off of me. You don't mess with. You don't
Theo's muttering to himself. Sorry.
go. He gets out of the way. Go.
I think the big fella should take the lead.
mm-hmm. Trogram goes in the front of the marching order, puts down puts down Chad and says,
You march in the middle. Who is the next beefiest?
I'll go.
You. Okay, excellent.
so
You didn't
Trogram,
even meet my gaze because you were looking over me.
Okay, so we got Trogram
I like
and
jumped up
Chad,
behind you and I was like, it's me.
Jay.
I do best hurling things from the back.
Max, and then Theo. Marching order.
Bam.
Oh, as you reach down to grab the doorknob and try to turn it, it is locked.
Hey, dude, tap it with the mulligan.
Trogram, I believe your hammer may be of use here.
I agree, and I am going to swing my hammer at the latch that is holding like the door together.
As you swing at the latch with your hammer, it hits it, but there was some magical force that poof,
Hmm. Let's try a different tact. Chad, how do we open this door?
there's keys.
There are 47 keys
Chad.
here.
Which key opens this door?
You
I'm
got
gonna spend
George.
the next few minutes casting detect magic as a ritual. I want to cast detect magic. And do I detect the barrier?
Yeah, so it's just the door that's magical.
And none of the keys are
None of the keys.
Chadley, which key opens this door?
And he kind of like squeezes his head together and he goes,
The only thing I'm getting at the moment is I'm always moving just a bit until I'm sky high. I never lie down even once until I die.
That's not a number, Chad.
Does he mean the sky?
No, I don't think it's the sky.
Can you repeat that phrase,
Yeah.
please?
I'm always moving just a bit until I'm sky high. I never lie down even once until I die.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You know who wrote that? Willie Joel wrote that
Is it
line.
an insect?
That lyric. Is it a fairy?
Hey, don't bring me into this.
Why are you still here?
Is it the wind?
No.
I got it.
Tree.
Tree.
Chad's mother.
Chad's Mutta, the tree.
Yeah, tree.
3. The key is 3.
Trogger. We have to go and pick up a tree from outside, uproot it, and then we'll use it as a battering ram.
Or in the words of the fairy, 1, 2,
Don't be
3.
ridiculous.
We take the key number 3.
Okay.
And we take the third key and I try to unlock the door.
Nothing happens.
Tree has 4 letters in it, if I'm remembering how to read correctly. So let's do the 4th one. And then the number 3
How many
has
doors?
5
How many
letters.
keys are there?
47.
I try every single key.
47
It's not like we're pressed for time.
47 keys. That's going to take, well, like 4 minutes.
Listen, she's been gone for 3 weeks. She can wait 4 more minutes.
There's not too many permutations on this one.
I
Right now.
love how the DM's trying to give us a puzzle. We're just like, you know what? All the keys. Try them all.
None of them work.
None of the keys work.
Let's
It's
try
not one
doing
of
it
these
all at
keys.
once.
I grab a stick and I shove it in the lock.
Is there?
did it!
I
You hear
cannot.
click,
Oh, the stick that the fairy threw?
and the door opens.
All right, new record: 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Let's go.
The world's worst escape room. Escape in.
Escape in. The break-in room.
God, Old Fandolin sucks.
The
I'm
sequel's so much
feeling a
better.
murderous rage for this
Sequel was-
fairy.
This is one of the cases where, yeah, the sequel is better.
The sequel is.
That's Pat's joke. He did say it loud enough.
Thank you. Thanks for owning that one, Paige. Trogrim walks ahead, and I would like to make a survival check to like be able to navigate the mines.
Yeah.
10.
You know what? I think 10's good enough. You know this mine. Like, you don't know it, but you're like, I know what direction to go in. And that will see you.
It's a really good
Yeah,
talker.
that's a very
Actually.
good. That's a very good trope.
That was actually not Pat.
I will decide if it's a good Trogrim.
I and I alone.
Left or right?
Trogrim goes left.
As you go left, it kind of snakes a little bit, moves, but then you get to a long hallway. And at the end of a straight, narrow hallway, you see a large double door covered in an indecipherable sequence of gears, cogs, and various machines, mechanisms. It gleams with an oily sheen and occasionally discharges a small hiss of steam.
Can I perform like an insight check to see if I can recognize this machinery?
Yeah, do an investigation check.
Investigation.
This feels really gnomish.
17.
17. As you look at it, you don't quite recognize all of the doodads, but you do notice 3 red buttons hidden on its door's surface.
Is there on like the machine has a door?
Yeah, so it's kind of got like a little plate that kind of slides off to the side. Yeah, like a hatch, and there's 3 red buttons behind it.
Is there anything like recognizably magical in this area?
No.
Interesting. These I'm not sure what this machine does, but I think these buttons will make it react in some way.
I know just what to do. Chad, how do we open this door?
Those buttons are pretty cool.
Is this door blocking our path? Is that, or is this like an access panel?
Yeah.
Piece of
So it's
machinery?
like it kind of opens up to a little bit bigger room. You see a couple chairs, and then the door is directly going forward.
Okay, so this machine seems to actuate the door of some kind.
I start pushing the buttons.
The first button you push, you just hear gears just start crashing and moving, and steam just hisses out of all the doors. There's still 2 more buttons to push.
I push both of them.
More just steam, everything's moving. A large siren kind of goes,
Is this an instrument?
and the door opens.
No.
Oh, look at that. Thanks, Chad. Good work. Excellent work.
Is the alarm still blaring?
Nope, turns off.
Okay.
The minute I heard the alarm, I cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Trogum proceeds through the door with his maul readied
Okay.
in case there's danger.
We have 3 pathways. Straight, right, and down.
I yell, "Hello!"
Hello? 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 Hello?
Can I make another survival check to look for signs like of recent foot traffic?
Yeah.
6.
Oh.
You don't notice anything.
I know exactly what to do. Chad, which way should we go?
He kind of like claps his hands together, puts it over his cheeks, and you just kind of like see him thinking. And you see his mouth start moving a little bit. Meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mom told me that one. And he points to the right.
I grab Jay actually, and I just kind of point him at the right tunnel that Chad suggested, and I say, "Do you smell her? Do you smell your mother? Use your sniffer."
Is that the way it works in your village?
Human children don't work like that. I'm
Does
sorry.
not.
He could. We don't know that. Give him a
I turn to
chance.
Jay. Use your sniffer. What do you smell? Don't let them bother you. And I listen to him like I'm kind of listening to a shell.
You put your ear up to his ear.
The child says we go right, and put him back down. We get back into marching order, and Trogum proceeds down the right path.
As you're walking, the hallway sort of gets narrower and narrower and narrower. And as you look, you see another door, and it's carved with arcane ritual markings and inlaid with runes, circles, and magical formulas. And as you step a little bit closer, the door begins to hum, and the arcane markings begin to glow.
How tight is the half orc in this hallway? Is he shoulder to shoulder to each wall, or is there room?
It's about 3 inches each side from his shoulders.
So it's tight. So we're all single file then, basically.
I turn to the magic users and I say, "Do you know what this is?"
Do I know anything from Detect Magic?
Yeah, as you look at it, you can see that it is a magical door, and there are 3 runes on it.
Can I do an Arcana check to see whether I recognize the runes?
Yes.
13.
13. You recognize the runes as locking magic.
This is a magical lock of some kind, but I'm not quite sure how to dispel it.
Did we keep the stick?
No, I did not keep the stick. It's still wedged in the lock where I
Mm.
left it.
Yeah.
Chad?
Theo will look at the runes to see if he can decipher any kind of sequence or anything that we need to do. And if I'm rolling Arcana, that would be an 18.
18. You recognize the 3 runes. To unlock it, you need to trace them, but you do not know what order.
So if I remember this kind of magic, we need to trace these runes in a specific order, but I can't recall which way to do that. So I know exactly what to do. Chad, what order do we need to trace these runes?
Oh, this is going to be a problem. Yes. Yes. Yes, just trace them.
But do you know what order we need to trace them in?
Which one's your favorite?
Pick one. Pick one, Chad. Point to one. 1, 2, or 3.
1.
Okay, so I traced the first one.
As you finished the very first glyph, the door seems to change and crack and the runes move around. Kind of like, if there was a baseball under a hat, they move around and you're trying to find the hat with the baseball in it.
Can I cast Minor Illusion to create floating visages of the runes simultaneously? So all three of them traced essentially in front of each one.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
All right. I cast Minor Illusion and kind of a ghostly blue shapes start taking form simultaneously over all three of the runes.
So I trace the same one I traced before.
As you trace it, the door jumps forward towards you a little bit, gets closer and closer. The walls are now, instead of being 3 inches away, are on your shoulders.
I am uncomfortable. There is 10 pounds of Trogrim in a 5-pound sack.
Do I notice that the actual runes and the illusionary runes, are they the same still, or did they shift around?
The runes never shifted.
They never shifted. I am out of ideas. I don't know.
Gentlemen, I'm self-taught. I can't help here.
So when I traced the runes and then he did it a second time, did the runes move again?
No, they did not move.
So the real runes and the illusion runes stayed the same, but the walls got closer.
Yes.
Should I trace the same one again?
R2, you got to stop the garbage truck or the garbage crusher.
Do we feel a large monster at our leg?
Trace a new one.
Yeah, I trace second one, not the one that he traced.
Okay. As you trace it, the stone wall in front of you shifts. Half of it down, half of it up. And then it's a dim blue light starts shooting from it. A large crack. And it slides open.
Well done.
I learned nothing
That
from
was
this experience.
sheer luck, I assure you.
But the walls got
Sometimes
closer.
luck is what we need.
Onward.
Trogrim?
Trogrim squeezes past everyone and pops out the other side like, I don't know, some sort of small object in a tube, and takes his place at the front of the pack and says, "Oh, onward."
As you walk forward, you just see stairs going up. As you go up the stairs, it opens up to the outside world, and you see it's just a nice grassy field. Kind of like a little bit of a hill. About 50 yards away, you see a woman standing next to a tombstone.
Are you his mother? I shout to her.
She doesn't notice.
Jay, is that your mother?
And he kind of goes, "Mom?"
Run to her, boy. Run
And
to her.
Let's go find out.
Starts going full sprint, and at about 25 yards, he comes to a dead stop.
Let him go first.
He's not moving.
Jay?
Why'd you stop?
He starts backing up very slowly. You're 25 yards away. He can't.
Trogrim takes off after the child.
I take off after Trogrim.
Same.
As you all run towards Jay and the woman, you get closer and closer. Her skin starts to turn like a sickly green. Her clothes start to have holes in it. And as you walk up to Jay, he's standing there scared, and he grabs Trogrim and says, "Please help."
That's why you let him go first.
This is no human.
Or maybe it was a human.
Clearly.
This is no mortal.
Does this creature notice us, or is it still facing the tombstone?
She slowly turns and goes, and you are still about 25 yards away, but it seems like she's right next to you, and you hear, "Jay, where were you? I've been looking for you."
There's some evil afoot.
Jay, do you know this person?
It's my mom.
That is not.
Mm-mm. I shield his eyes.
Don't look at what we're about to do next. And I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna it's a lot of foreplay
Maybe she
here.
was just really old, you know?
A lot of foreplay here. My eyes are gonna glow blue, and I'm gonna go ahead and send over Mind Sliver. It's just an intelligence saving throw. You take 1d6 psychic and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw you make. DC of 13.
They passed. Everybody roll initiative.
Going up beating up old ladies.
I mean, her skin is rotting off her flesh.
21.
16, baby.
9 and also 9. I
9.
think.
Theo has a 17 initiative.
I rolled a 5. You all go first. I'll let you choose any order you want.
All right, so I hold out my hand, and I with my palm facing forward. Theo does, and he says, "I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man." and a blast comes out of his palm towards the towards this creature. I got an 8 plus 5, I believe. Yeah,
It's 13. And what'd you use?
Eldritch Blast. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 of force damage. Yeah, so 9 damage.
And as it hits it now hits her, and she turns invisible.
What the?
Oh,
What the?
Wait a minute.
that's no good.
I have my boomerang in one sock, and I have my wand of magic missiles in my other sock. And I pull them both out like I'm dual wielding, and then I see her turn invisible, and I'm just gonna point to where I last saw her and expend a wand of magic missiles charge at her.
You have a wand of magic missiles?
Yeah, I always keep that thing on me. This is a pivotal part. Never uses the boomerang. Always the magic missile. Both in the socks.
Roll your damage.
I believe it's a D4, yeah. 3.
That's what that is, a D4? That's cute.
I am going to cast Chill Touch and have it kind of slap the air where I like around the area where I last saw it. So a ghostly skeletal hand shoots out.
That sounds like a song lyric. I'm going to slap you where you used to be.
I got a 9.
Did it hit him?
It doesn't hit.
I still shocked that we're attacking, but kind of just reacting in the best way that I can. Start just jamming on the lute and give Trogrim Bardic Inspiration.
It's a D4?
That's a D6. For the next 10 minutes, you can add it to one ability check.
He's playing the circus battle song.
Dun, 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 dun. To an ability check, an attack roll,
Oh.
or saving throw.
Trogrim, inspired, and he just pulls down like the top of his vest a little bit and turns a dial that is currently like embedded into his chest. And you see him sort of like take all of this magical energy that is just out of thin air, like just clearly from the weave into existence, and it pools into this dial that he's turned on his chest. And he opens his eyes, and his pupils are now like bright purple with the magic of the weave. And he says, "It is time." He moves towards the where the monster used to be, and is going to make an attack roll with his maul. He is currently raging.
Yeah. Okay.
Nanomachine, son.
Kind of mech barbarian.
19. Roll for a crit. Okay, so 19 plus 6, so 25.
25. That hits.
Okay, so 2d6, a 6, and a 3. That's a 9 plus 4. That's 13 plus another 2. That's 15 damage.
Ooh-wee.
It does 7 damage.
Interesting. Okay.
Does it knock it back into sight?
Only Trogrim can see it.
So Trogrim contacts, make contact with it, and it just pops into existence. What does it look like? Paint me a word picture, Frankie.
For a split second, you see a beautiful woman with purple hair around mid-40s as your maul connects, and it just kind of hits them and kind of passes a little bit through them and then bounces, it gets repelled away. And then you see that beautiful woman starts to turn more and more into a decrepit basically like a
zombie, ghoul,
kinda.
undead,
Yes.
rotting corpse,
Zombie,
but
exactly.
alive. Got it.
Spooky.
It is the woman's turn. Okay. As you all move around this woman, she goes back out of sight. The next thing you see, Horatio, make a strength check for me.
Strength saving throw or just a strength check?
Strength check.
Okay. That is an 8. I'm quite small.
All of you in the same instance all see her standing behind Horatio. And she goes, "You're gonna save that good-for-nothing little brat? You're gonna try to protect him?" And her right arm goes flying through Horatio, and it passes through him without a trace. And as it passes through him, he shoots straight up in the air, and he is now 30 feet in the air.
Wow.
He's so small. He's got to get down.
Am I suspended in the air, or
And
am
you
I
start free falling.
Okay. I got Skyrim gianted.
Who's closest to him right now?
And you're the closest.
Oh, that's not much help. I was going to say, Trogrim, catch him.
Trogrim's pretty far away.
Okay.
I'm only a half orc.
Wait a minute. Wait, I got an idea. I go, Willie Joel, get him! And I cast Unseen Servant. And the Unseen Servant just like kind of lays down to break the fall. He is sacrificing himself.
Okay.
He's basically just gonna like break your initial momentum, and then that's gonna cause him enough damage to disappear. So it'll just like.
Can I make an acrobatics check to try to position myself best to break the fall?
Yeah, I'll let that be.
So I was gonna say it's basically just you free falling until like I don't know, 3 or 4 feet off the ground.
All right, let's see how this goes. Oh boy. 8.
8. You just fall straight into the ground.
Dude, Willie Joel is just standing there with his arms outstretched next to you.
So I don't even
no.
I don't even get the fall broken by the Unseen Servant. All right.
No,
He was standing a couple 2 feet to the right.
Just go right next to
Yeah,
him.
it does 14 damage.
I am unconscious and
Broken. Just broken.
yeah, I am fully broken. What is it? It's instant death is twice HP, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'm just unconscious.
So I looked up the fall damage rules in D&D, and it's 1d6 for 10 feet up to a maximum of 20d6. So you hit terminal velocity after 20d6, but you can no longer take any more damage.
All right.
Damn.
Wow.
I go, Willie! No!
Bad Willie.
He just stands there,
I don't make a death save until my next turn.
You're right.
a gray amorphous blob, and like is still looking up, waiting for the fall.
Do we see the woman?
Yeah, you all see the woman now.
God, he's a one-hit wonder, that Willie Joel.
How's Peanut? Did he handle the fall well?
Peanut was beautiful.
All right.
He was so elegant.
As I would expect.
He
Cannot stand
landed
you guys.
on Willie Joel's face and did a little
Yeah.
stick the landing kind of pose.
No, he did the superhero pose when he lands,
He
right?
hits the ground, just like fist into the ground. It's like divots
There's
in the
a
grass.
tiny crater where he lands.
He has a little bit of flying squirrel heritage in him. So
And you know what? I forgot about Peanut. So because of that, he can do a medicine check to give you
Stabilized.
stabilized, but you lose your turn if he gets you up.
Okay.
And you need to beat a 17.
19.
Oh my god!
Way to go, Peanut!
No, fucking Peanut, dog.
I hate that squirrel.
Peanut comes up to me and is just like whiskers in my face and eyes and like brushing my face with his tail and kind of sitting just like on my face. And it tickles my nose enough to the point where I wake up and wake up and kind of sit up in very bloodied and battered.
Bravo, Peanut.
I am
Peanut is the
seething
MVP.
because
Jesus.
Peanut has
MVP
succeeded in yet again another thing that I failed at.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and extend my hand out and cast Frostbite. Constitution saving throw, DC of 13.
She saves.
Damn, nothing I'm doing.
Theo once again extends his palm forward and says, I am Run Man, and casts Eldritch Blast. Another 13.
Roll your damage.
7. So the blast shoots forward and hits her right in the chest.
Describe your killing blow.
And it just sticks to her like gum. And then it just starts to sizzle. And the flame just engulfs her. And she says, oh, my beautiful wickedness. And she collapses. And she just becomes a puddle of water on the ground.
At this point, Jay is crying.
Yeah,
Jay
sorry.
is crying, And he goes and he sits next to the tombstone.
I'm just like on the ground, still bleeding, in a crater, just bones broken.
Willie Joel, the unseen servant, is still standing there waiting your fall next to you, about 3 feet to the right. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack
Very
here.
badly injured.
Is no one gonna check on? I walk over to Horatio and I hold his hand and I tell him, I cannot help you, bud, but I'm here for you.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
I use what limited dexterity I have with my mostly broken hands to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Am I gonna pick up his own pieces?
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
And
nice.
I recover full health. So like I cast my hand starts turning kind of an outline of glowing blue, and then I just touch it to the bloodiest part of my head. And then suddenly you see the wounds on that like start closing, and as that magic spreads throughout my body, like the broken bones are like resetting into position in like a grotesque like way.
I stare open mouth and I'm like, that was so much worse than anything I just saw.
And I stand up and just kind of do a stretch like I just had a really good nap. I'm like, thanks for the support, guys.
I shake off your hand. I'm like,
Trogum goes over to Jay and sits him next to the tombstone and says, "You must take time to say goodbye," and then backs up.
Chad takes the pot that was given to him and he uncorks it and then pours it kind of on the hill, kind of next to it. And lotus flowers start to blossom around. They're a beautiful blue. They're flowing in the wind. It's a blank tombstone, and Jay finally gets to say goodbye.
We found your mother.
The words "mudda" come up on the tombstone.
I just wanna dance for the hell of it, hell of it. Wanna take a chance for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Wanna raise my hands 'cause I'm feeling it, feeling it. Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? Oh, you only got one life, so make it feel like sunshine.
And then all of your attention goes to Chad, and you hear him say, I remember.
Feel the sun on my face, it's a brand new day, and it's telling me it'll all be okay. All the clouds and the rain.
You've been listening to the Dead Dragon Society, a real-time D&D podcast. Thank you so much. If you like this episode, then please subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Leave us a rating as well. That really helps us out a ton. And tell your friends to check us out too. You can follow us on social if you like, all the big ones, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you do your social shopping. That's it for this week. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.